You're now tuned into Radical Radio with Coach L.
Switch my attitude. I'm so radical. 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 I'm so radical.
Radical Radio is designed to get to the heart of our guest stories. Oftentimes, you see people moving and they make it look so easy. Many don't know the story behind the journey, the heartache, the disappointment, the wins, or even the loss. What has it cost you? We are removing the stigma of judging a book by its cover and gaining perspective from our guests in the most radical way, in their own words. Testimonies are meant to be shared to help others move forward. That's the radical way, y'all. Let's go. You can't heal what's hidden, and you can't break chains you don't acknowledge. The word says the truth shall set you free. Be true to yourself and allow the plan that God has had for your life to live. That's radical, living unapologetically bold and purposely authentic. Stay tuned for the radical coaching moment of the day. What's good, y'all? What's good? It is Monday. It is Radical Radio time. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I am your host, Coach L of Radical Radio. This is a brand that is under the Radical Life brand. We have this dope platform, which is Radical Radio. We have Radical Eyewear, and we also have Radical Life Coaching. Listen, I want to tell y'all a little bit more about Radical Life, right? So I was having a conversation with my girlfriend today, and I was just explaining to her, Radical Life is an acronym. It is L.Y.F.E, right? But what that stands for is it stands for living in your God-given favor every day. For those of us that have not gotten the memo, listen, y'all, God will allow us to have his favor chase us down every single day as long as we are in the right posture. When we are in the right posture to do his will, walk in our purpose, do the thing that he has called us to do, favor will find you. Favor will walk alongside you every single day. So I want to encourage you guys at this point with this radical coaching moment of the day. I want to encourage you guys to speak favor over your life. Manifest favor. It will come to you. It will be with you every single day if you just speak it out of your mouth. God wants to be with us. He wants to bless us. He wants to show us favor. He wants to make sure that the things that he's doing for us, y'all, listen, it's unexplainable. When you have that favor that falls on you, it's unexplainable. It's like a supernatural it's like supernatural. It's something that you cannot explain. It's something that, it just makes you feel like, oh my gosh, like God is really, walking this thing out with me. And he is, y'all. So I just want to encourage you, speak favor over your life every day. It's just like any other affirmation. You want to declare things over your life and God will make sure that it is so. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I live by it because I am in the season right now where I believe, and I truly believe, I have prophesied and said it so many times, the portal of heaven is open. Okay, we are in the season where the portal of heaven is open. So whatever you have petitioned God for, whatever you have asked God for, now is the time. He's about to make that thing manifest. He's about to make those things come true. And this is my birthday show, y'all. Like, I am about to be 42 years old, okay? I just want to share this with you because, I believe in being transparent, right? The reason I decided to speak on the favor of God and the supernatural of, the miracle signs and wonders of God is because with this move back to Georgia, right, it has been a supernatural thing. God has really showed up and showed out in my life. And it goes back to, a lot of times people will want to debate with you and they would want to argue with you about what God has done in your life, right? But it's you and God. So when it's you and God, and when God is moving in your life and it is supernatural, can't nobody dispute that. Nobody can tell me about my God. Why? Because it's been me and him. We have been rocking. We have been rolling. He has been showing me. He has been guiding me. He has been ordering my steps. This move, y'all, like, I've lived in Georgia before, but this time was different because it was so sudden. It was suddenly. And the reason I can tell you that the portal of heaven is open is because God is moving in a rapid motion. He is moving quickly, right? So with this move, it was like a very quick, turnaround. Like I literally had to move within, a month and a half. I had to leave my job, that I absolutely loved, and I had to move, in less than a month and a half. I had to, figure out what I was doing. But here's the thing right here. This is what I want you guys to know. At first, I was trying to put the puzzle pieces together. Like I was trying to move everything and I was trying to make the phone calls to make things work, right? And lo and behold, I heard this small, still voice say, stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to do it. Let me do it. Right. And so, as I got out of his way and allowed God to do the things that he already knew that he had to do for me, things just started lining up. Right. I even took a job that I knew that I did not want, right? I knew. When I tell y'all I was getting paid 5 cents an hour, I was getting paid 5 cents an hour, okay? But I was obedient and I took this job because God told me to take this job, right? So in the midst of me being obedient, I moved, I did what God told me to do. I took this job. I worked this job for like it's been a month. I've worked this job for a month. And when I tell y'all, God knocked my socks off and gave me the job that I desired, the job that is operating in my purpose, and also gave me the job that paid me what he said I was worth, right? Because a lot of times we will take something just because we're happy that it's the job, that we want. We'll just take whatever. But God had to really deal with me because he was like, no, like you really have been working and you're a hard worker and you will do great. And I had to really, kind of figure out like, Ladina, you're worth it. And I'm gonna leave you with this. I had to really deal with myself because see, some people will make you feel like because you don't have degrees and because you haven't gotten a certification and all this stuff, people will try to make you feel like you don't deserve the job. But I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was applying for jobs, I was applying for jobs where the requirements was that you have a master's degree. I don't have a master's degree. I don't have a degree, right? But God kept telling me, it don't matter. What I have for you, it is for you. So I am here to encourage you and tell you right now, you don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have certification. If you are certified by God and if you have a degree in God, you can have whatever position you desire, whatever position that God has for you. You can have that position as long as you have a degree in God. Okay. So I'm just here to encourage y'all. I love sharing my testimony and being transparent with y'all. But y'all will learn a lot about this journey because it's really, it's really enlightening. It is supernatural. God is doing some amazing things. And I'm gonna tell you, it's because of this jar here. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is my manifestation jar, right? Every single morning I put what I want to manifest in this jar. I pray over this jar. I wake up every morning and God has already blessed me with some of the things in my jar. So I don't know. Y'all can take a tip from me, get y'all a manifestation jar, put y'all some, manifestations in there and let God work. And I'm telling you, you will be wild. Okay, you will be wild. I promise you. So that was my radical coaching moment of the day. Just wanted to give y'all some tidbits. As I said, this is my birthday show, so I will be a little turned up. I got my sister with me. I have been trying to get this queen on the show for a while now. She is super busy. So I am so blessed that God has allowed me to have her on the show tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get it in. And we're going to start with reading her bio. Okay. So I want y'all to know who this queen is, because if y'all don't know now, y'all going to know real, real soon. Okay. Right now, y'all going to know. Tamara Gammon, CEO of Three Dream Designs LLC, is a multidisciplinary Jamaican artist whose Afro Caribbean work explores themes of women of color, abstract expressionism, and bright colors. Dope, y'all. Her influences from Jamaica, Africa, Cuban, and Haitian cultures translates with watercolors, acrylic paint, and ink on canvas. In 2004, she relocated to Atlanta, Georgia. Her work can be found in a wide ethnic variety of homes in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and the Caribbean. In addition, Miss Gammon's work has been featured in major retail stores in Atlanta and Miami. Tammy has now transitioned art from canvas to wearable art. Her new swimsuit and dress line was recently worn by actress and influencer Tabitha Brown. Her bag line, the Phoenix, sold out the first week it debuted in June 2020. Listen, listen, y'all. Three Dreams Designs now has 65 different products and designs, and Tammy's work has been garnered international exposure. Recently, she debuted her resort wear line alongside David's Bridal and Men's Warehouse. Three Dream Designs has been the featured lifestyle brand in West Elm, Avalon, Ponce City Market, and Lenox in Atlanta, Georgia. Her new home goods line can also be found in Morgan's Creek in Kingston, Jamaica. As of August, she will be the featured artist in the Zimu Cellars. Art Meso will also feature her work in the Aloft Hotel in downtown Atlanta. Y'all better come on and give a warm, 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 warm welcome to my sister, Miss Tammy Gammon. Thank you for joining.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
I am absolutely
Thanks for
fabulous. Thank
having
you.
me. Finally, we're here again.
Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. We're going to go right into it because I want the people to know everything about you. I want you to be able to let them know where they can shop and all of this. I just got to say this. My producer must have went on your website and she was like, girl, I got to get my coins together because she got some hot stuff. She was on it. She was not playing. I was like,
Uh,
yes, she's definitely the truth.
Listen, I know she and I have been going back and forth in it, but so you know where this journey started. You were part of the beginning.
Yes.
You own one of the first pieces of the collection when we put it out with art was where I started. What we were doing, we're just painting initially. It was the sip and paints and doing
Mhm.
everything else. This journey that I'm showing you the newest pieces now, but these started with hand painted earrings. This
Oh
is
my
how
God.
my story started,
Yes.
and with tie and dye dresses that became what I now have as the dresses that are being seen. But so you understand, you talked about your manifestation jar. I believe in the manifestation. I believe in the vision board, and
Yes.
this vision board, and I brought it out for you so everybody could see. This
Yes.
is where it all came from last year. This is what I wanted, this is what I did, and it all came true. This
My God.
I'm very much the person who says, but God.
Yes.
When I launched last year the Phoenix line, I'm going to show you the new bags. I had $2.30 left in my account. I had
Mm,
poured everything that I had, all the money, all the strength I had, and put it to this Phoenix line. I
mhm.
also put everything I had and sent a package to Tabitha Brown, which changed my life.
Yes.
I talk about going on faith in that 5 cents.
Mhm.
That was exactly my story. Is
Yeah.
saying I'm sending this woman over $300 worth of my merchandise. right? That I could have sold and easily made $500, maybe $1,000, but what I retail it for. And I said, I'm sending her all this, and I don't even know if she's gonna get the package. But
Right.
God said, do it.
Hmm.
My house caught on fire. That's the reason for the Phoenix line. My house caught on fire in January last year. We were in the hotel, in the Marriott Hotel. So that's why it's so important that this weekend I will be in the Aloft Marriott Hotel showing my artwork. Woo!
Come on now. Come on now. Y'all better listen
Listen,
to this.
listen. I sat in those Marriott hotel rooms for 60 days,
Mm,
2 months in the hotel with my son in a one bedroom. And
hmm.
I was still painting, still designing, still creating what you now see this year, or last year and this year. All that was already pre-planned, and I was diligent. I had no money. I was wearing the same clothes over and over because the house had caught on fire. Things were either destroyed or spoke, everything. We
Right.
came back to this house. There was no kitchen.
Hmm.
There was no studio. That was all gone.
Right.
Everything was gone.
Yeah.
But he was saying, continue to persevere, continue to do the work. And I keep
Absolutely.
telling people, delay doesn't mean denied. You may not get what you want today, but best believe God will provide it for you at a later time. But you just have to be
Absolutely.
faithful.
Absolutely.
You
Listen,
just have to be
y'all.
faithful.
And listen, I just let's talk about this, because when we talk about manifestation, when we talk about God, when we talk about making moves that God has ordered and being obedient to his word, oftentimes, like, it's difficult. You're painting in a hotel, like, it's easy to break down and be like, I quit. Like, I'm done. I can't do this, right? So many people have
Hmm.
to, go through things, and it would be easier to quit than to keep going. So what would you have what would your take be, to people who, go through something, and, they take the easy route out, and that's quitting.
And that's right. There are times where I thought about it, it's like, why bother? I'm
Hmm.
gonna be in a hotel room. I'm gonna be here. The kids are gonna be there. And remember, through all this, I'm taking my kids to school. I have a special needs son. I have
Hmm.
other sons. I have three boys.
Yeah.
We're all living together in this, and I'm having to do all this. And I'm saying to myself, how am I gonna get this done? And God said, just have faith. Just
Hmm.
have faith. And you're right. It's easy for me to say, well, let me go get a regular job, right?
Hmm.
Because I did that too.
Right.
I took the regular job in the midst of
Mhm.
everything else,
Yeah.
and I got sick. Came here, I got pneumonia. Five
Wow.
weeks of pneumonia when I came back in the house because COVID hit and we had to come home early.
Okay.
I fractured my shoulder and had to have surgery in September of last
My
year.
God.
And I could have said, you know what, I'm going to quit again. But I said, I had a dream and I have a dream. The dream is not over, it's just
Right.
beginning. This
Just
is
begin.
just chapter 3 of dream. And
Absolutely.
it's just beginning. And
Yes.
the story is to tell somebody is that there are going to be dark, dark days. There are going to be days when you're eating crackers and tuna because you're trying to fulfill that dream. There are going to be
Absolutely.
days where people will not support you. People will say, nobody's going to buy that.
Mhm.
Oh, I can do that too. Or
Yes.
somebody says, why am I going to pay that money for a painting? I think I can do that painting and whatever it is. It's like, do you understand? It's not just the paint that goes into this. This is a whole story. It's a whole
You.
life.
Yes.
It's a whole family that is fed from this painting.
Mhm.
And yes, you may see me painting live, like, oh, she just finished that in an hour and a half. But this is 9 years. This
Yeah.
didn't happen yesterday. This
Right.
is 9 years of starting in Vacation Bible School when I was teaching Vacation Bible School and teaching art in Vacation Bible School to help people in church. This
Yes.
wasn't just happen yesterday. So people
Absolutely.
have to understand that you sow that seed just like you plant a garden. You don't know what's going to come because somebody else can come and dig up that seed.
That's
Somebody
right.
else can come and reap your harvest without you even knowing. But you
Abs-
have to have enough faith to say, you know what? I'm going to plant this seed. I'm going to nurture it. I'm
Mhm.
going to fertilize it. I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to talk to this dream because you have to talk to your plants
You
for them to
better.
grow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's pouring back into yourself, just like
Yeah.
you would do to a plant. It's constantly doing that.
Absolutely. And listen, that's why I love you so much, because it just makes a like your story,
Thank
it's always there. It's always been there. From the first time that I met you, there was a story there. People
you.
don't really understand. I say this all the time. This is why Radical Radio has been birthed, because a lot of people will see the glitz, and you in the hotels, and you in the West Elms, and that you have pieces everywhere, and that Tabitha Brown has worn your pieces, and that you've done the sipping paints and all this, but they don't know what it costs you. They don't know what it costs to be an entrepreneur. Like, it is a grind. It is a sacrifice. Tell us how you manage, running your business and your boys and life in general, family, and just, tell us how you're able to balance.
Google Calendar. I literally had to schedule today that between 9 and 1 I was going to sleep. For the last 4 days, I've had 2 events per day. I've
Mhm.
booked myself, and I told you when I saw you, I said,
Yep.
get in that week. This is the week to get in,
Yeah.
because this weekend, as I said, I'm in the Aloft Hotels. I'm doing Art Meso. I fly to Houston next week. It's
Mhm.
balancing. It's understanding that it takes a village too. My aunt is flying in from Miami to help me with my children while I'm gone, because I
Yes.
need somebody here. It's my
Mhm.
neighbor sent. I sent to my neighbor, I'm trying to pull this all together. I had to hire an assistant. So I now have an assistant. So
Praise
sometimes you're gonna
God.
call,
Praise God.
so
Listen.
that balance, I had to. It
Yeah.
came to that point in time where I could no longer, be answering the emails and trying to book myself and trying to get all these different things done. And
Mm.
it's not to say that, oh, I'm better than anybody else. It's just
Mm-mm.
understanding that I had to put myself and my family first. And that
Absolutely.
meant self-preservation of handing off and delegating some things now to my assistant. I'm
Mhm.
probably going to have somebody do a social media manager as well, just because there's certain things that need to get done for this business to grow. So going back to how I manage everything else is having the talk. It's normally I'm off on a Monday, and I go and I either cook for my boys or do whatever. Today, because I know I was gonna come on the show and I had other things that were going, I was like, what do y'all want to eat? Let's just do whatever it is that you want. I don't care what it is. So they
Mhm.
have that time. It's going to pick
Right.
my sons up at school. That's
Mhm.
that's the time that still makes me a mummy,
Mhm.
because again, I have young men I'm raising, but I'm also raising entrepreneurs.
There
So I
you go.
have the conversation with them. This is what we're purchasing this month. This is what we need to do. This is how much
Mhm.
money we need to make that we're covering all of our bills this month. And this is
Mhm.
what we need, because we have to look forward to the holiday season coming. So it's explaining to these boys, because this business is named for my children. My
Absolutely.
3 sons are my three
Yes.
dream designs.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
my why.
Okay.
And they have to understand what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
So
And the
balance.
fact that they're seeing mom, do what she's doing, like, you're birthing entrepreneurs. You're building the legacy. The legacy will continue. And I think, as us in our culture, I feel like we're getting to that place where we're understanding, like, yeah, corporate America is not going to give us a legacy. They're going to give us a 401k, which is okay, that's that, but it's not going to feed our children and our grandchildren, our great grands, and so on and so forth. So we have to learn how to leave a legacy for, those that are coming after us. With and I'm going to share this story, because I told you I was going to share this story with you, right? When Tammy said I bought one of her first pieces, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I was so, I don't know, that was like one of my first paintings that I bought. I loved that painting, like, but I ended up losing my home. And when I lost my home, they put my things out. I ran home. Like, I was literally like coming all the way from like Johns Creek to Stone Mountain to get that painting. Do y'all hear me? Like, I was like flying home to get that painting. Somebody stole that painting. But when I tell you, this is how good God is, because I know that somebody has that painting and they don't even understand what they have. Because the name of that painting, y'all, was Pregnant with Purpose. That was the name of that painting. So oftentimes, like when I see Tammy, going and doing her thing, I'm reminded of my painting, and I pray for whoever has that painting, because that painting is bigger than me. And maybe it wasn't for me. Maybe that person needed that painting, because they may not even know what that painting was. But here's the blessing in it: the fact that I am still connected with my sister, the fact that I will have another Tammy Gammon on my wall very soon. Okay.
Very
It's not,
soon.
yeah, very soon. It's not about, the fact that somebody else got the painting. It's the fact that
Mhm.
this is my sister. She's operating in purpose. She's gone through the fire. That was a time for me where I went through the fire, right? But I have come out from the fire not touched. Tammy has come out of the fire not touched. And the fact that she continues
Right.
to go is a blessing. So for entrepreneurs, right? What advice would you give entrepreneurs that are just starting out?
Invest in yourself, and it's not just money. It's
Hmm.
not money. It's invest time in being in that purpose. It's finding that passion, creating that purpose, and then turning it into profit. If you're doing this for money, you will never make money.
Amen.
You have to find your purpose, that passion. For me, I work 18 hours a day doing this, and I don't feel it. But let me go into somebody's office for 6 hours. Woo! I felt like I've worked for 3 days straight.
Absolutely.
I told you I've been going since Thursday, two
Yeah.
events per day. I've
Mm.
been doing since Thursday. Yes, I was tired because I'm lifting paintings in and out. But
Mhm.
when I tell you the fulfillment I get from seeing people reaction when they see that I am the artist, that
Yes.
I am the creator of this, it's that you must exude. So whoever the entrepreneur is, that you must exude your business. I People always say you're always wearing your products. Whose else products should I be wearing?
That's
You're
right.
always in something that you do. I'm a walking billboard. I am a brand. So I
Absolutely.
am be the brand and don't buy the brand.
Yes.
And that's what people have to understand, that no matter where I am, whether it be that I'm wearing my clothing or earring or handbag or whatever, sometimes it's just being me, because
Yeah.
I myself am a brand. I'm encouraging people, I'm motivating people to go out and on that and decide that they have to now set up that generational wealth, create a
Absolutely.
legacy. It doesn't have to be a business where you're selling something, it's providing a service as well. How do you provide a service? And consistency is key, because you
Absolutely.
can remember that story when we met. Was it 4 or 5 years ago now? That
Yes.
when I started doing that, and I'm saying, here are my paintings, people are like, okay, kind of thing, and I
Hmm.
could have been turned off by it. I
Yeah.
tell people, a no today could be a yes tomorrow. So
Yes.
you take that on and say, thank you very much for considering me. Thank you very much for even stopping by and saying hello, and
Yes.
understand that. And if people don't think you're worth it, then that's their loss. And you
Yes.
have to. I'm okay with saying a lot of no right now. No, thank you. People are
Hmm.
like, well, I'll give you this for it. No, I know what I'm worth. I know what my
Absolutely.
paintings are worth at this point
Yes.
in time.
Yes.
So I'm okay with saying thank you for considering me. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. And it's not that I'm being arrogant. Is that
Right.
I've paid my dues and I've worked for those 9 years to produce everything that you see here. As of today, it's now 75 different products that I have.
My goodness.
75 different products. Because
Yes.
what you're about to see is what we have been putting together to getting ready to launch on Friday, on August the 13th,
Yes.
which will be 8 years since my grandmother passed away, which has been
Mhm.
my guardian angel. And so on this day that I'm going to show my work and my paintings in a Marriott, where I spent the time creating all of this, don't give up.
Don't
I
give
leave them
up.
with don't give up.
I love it. I love, love, love it. Thank you so much. That's a just awesome way to encourage the people. So I want you to, I know you have the She Believe line, which is amazing. It is amazing. Those purses are dope. So can you tell us about the She Believe line that you have as well?
So she believed, of course, it's all about believing yourself and understanding that we break barriers as women. Glass ceiling is not an option. So she
Yes.
believes she can, so she will. She
Yes.
believes she can, so she did. There's so many different things, but it all starts with she believed. So
Yes.
She Believed has its own t-shirts, it has masks, it has the whole line, but it also has these new luxury bags that will be coming out. So nobody has ever seen this bag before.
Listen, y'all.
So this is the new. It's not complete
Listen.
yet. This is what I'm
Listen.
literally working on in the lab.
Oh
So
my
you all
goodness.
have an idea of what it is. This is a completely different set of bags
Oh,
that will come out. And I'll
oh my
show you the
God.
rest of those. But I want people to understand that, again, She Believe is not just something that we're creating. We have She Believe um, wraps as well. But this is also one of our newer wraps. And I don't know if you can see, this is Chosen. So this
Gorgeous.
is absolutely new as well. So Chosen, I kind of come here a little bit closer.
Yes. Yes.
She's chosen,
Oh, she is.
right? And we live in our purpose.
Yes.
And I'll send you a picture of this. So it's actually, the painting is still here. But
Okay.
these I convert, and people see me all the time in these dresses. These dresses are made from these scarves right here. That's
Wow.
all it is. It's combining what you have and not going out and buying 10 million things. It's buying some very unique staple pieces and
Yes.
being able to create a wow moment. And that's
Mm.
what my wraps do. It creates a wow moment because these make dresses, shirts, everything else. And then
Listen.
people are traveling, so our new backpacks.
Yeah.
Woo-wee!
Listen.
When I'm
Listen.
getting this, sis.
I want to shop right now. This don't make no sense. This is it right here. This one right here for me. This one right here. She did the fall line. I was able to get a sneak peek. That bag right there, baby.
Yes,
Listen, that's it.
it's already sold out.
See,
I did a
listen.
preview of this. I did a preview. I was going to sell them, and we're already sold out. So we're
Listen.
back order for these now.
Yes,
It
yes, yes, yes.
We're supposed to launch on Friday, and we're already sold out.
And
Then we
okay,
have the
so let me.
hobo bags.
I love that. That's cute. I like that one. So real quick, I want to talk about that because that's the hardest thing. I've done it with shades. Like you have these events that you have to go to, right? And you preview and you sold out. Like, listen, blessings,
Blessings. You hear me?
blessings.
Blessings. It's the same thing with Jaquel bag, which I'm about to go do that now. But those were sold out. Again, these
Yeah,
were all for August 13th. I
yeah.
was like, okay, at select places, I'm going to show some people. I went to West Elm yesterday and I had the last two. I'm like, oh, I'm just showing this lady's like, I really would like to have this. And I'm like, but I really don't want to sell it. But okay. So here I
Absolutely.
am now, 4 days out from the show,
Yeah,
and I'm sold out of those bags. However, we'll get it all together as
yeah,
usual. I have some other things that have not been seen that
yeah,
I won't show you just yet, but so you have an idea of the kind of bags that are coming out now. So
yes,
like this one is a whole different life. So people
yes.
are going
I love
back to
it.
work right now. People are going anywhere, and
Yeah,
and they have the option to do this where this can still fit, a phone and different things in it. But it's
absolutely.
also, the transforming my clocks. I don't know if you can see my clock all the way back there.
Yes, I see
So we
it.
have the clocks that are
Yes.
coming out that have the She Believed as well. It has the Hear Me Well. Hear Me Well is about women and their hair. You and I have short hair, and expression through color and different things like that. But how
Absolutely.
do we, as women of color, express ourselves? We do it with head wraps, we do it with colored hair, we do so
Mhm.
many different things. So my work embraces that, embraces women deciding to do whatever they want and be proud of their hair and
Yeah.
do that. The newest piece I have back here, I don't know if you can really see her. I'll
Oh,
get up so you can see her.
yes.
I I painted her yesterday, so you
Look
can
at
kind of see her
that.
now.
Oh my goodness.
She is a whole different attitude, a
She's
whole
a
mood, a
vibe.
whole everything.
Yes.
So, and this is what I paint at West Elm. Whatever I decide to paint on those days is what I paint. But
Okay.
going back to it, it started here with a vision board. It started
Yeah.
with a plan, a dream, a desire, and
Mhm.
putting it all on paper and putting it
Absolutely.
and putting in the work.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about putting in the work also. You can't just dream a dream and then decide that, oh, I think it's going to happen.
Mhm.
There are going to be
Ab-
days when you're looking at your bank account and your bank account is looking back at you with $0. But you know
Absolutely.
what? You have the inventory. You're ready for when that call comes. If I wasn't prepared, if I
Yeah.
wasn't painting, I couldn't be at the Shane Moose Cellars right now with 25 pieces. I couldn't be in West Elm Avalon with another 20 pieces in there. I couldn't be ready.
Right.
And sometimes you have to put on those blinders from what people are saying to you because they
Yeah,
don't know your dream.
that part.
That vision wasn't given to them by God. God didn't tell them. That wasn't their story to tell.
That's
You
right.
moving back here, nobody can tell you.
That's right. That's
That was
right.
your dream. So you gotta put those blinders on.
Yeah, yeah. And tunnel vision, like that's those are the blind, like, just, how many times have you had, circumstances where people are telling you, like, nobody's gonna buy that, you're not gonna be able to do that. And I believe that all entrepreneurs have gone through, that stage where, people are just, naysayers. And then too, you have people that say, well, don't nobody, woe is me, nobody supports me, and things like that. I feel like as entrepreneurs, we all have had that moment where you realize, like, okay, everybody may not support me, but it's not going to stop
Mhm.
me from continuing on. I'm going to still
That's it.
continue, you
That's
know?
it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
find your tribe. Find your tribe, find
Hmm.
your niche, find everything else. There's
Yeah.
so many different artists, and there's a big meme on TikTok and Instagram. Oh, but everybody's doing it. So what?
Yeah.
Everybody's painting bags now.
So,
And what?
yeah.
Everybody's doing sipping paints. Okay, but you're different.
Yeah.
People are not buying just a product. People are buying from you, who
Absolutely.
you are. So you
Yes.
also have to remember that. And some people are operating in fear, so they're telling you, no, you won't get to do that or you can't do that. Okay,
Hmm.
thank you very much for the encouragement. Because sometimes it's encouragement for me to tell you when you tell me I can't do something,
Absolutely.
look
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah.
Watch.
Let my fruit show. Let my fruit show. I was having a
And that's it.
conversation today, and we have to get to that place. Like, you don't have to, you don't like, when I see Tammy Gammon, when I talked to Tammy Gammon for the first time, it wasn't that, oh, she had this dope painting. It was the energy was amazing. You understand what I'm saying? So, like you said, it's not just, the product. You had a great energy. We were able to connect right away, and it was
Thank you.
light attracts light, and sometimes it's going to be light
Mm-hmm.
attracts dark, but you still have to understand, you still got to keep it moving, and I love what you're saying, like, thank you, but I'm going to keep going, you know
Mm-hmm.
so let's go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and sometimes it's even your loved ones, people who are closest to you, and they
Yeah.
don't mean any harm. They're just saying they wouldn't buy it. But that
Right.
does not mean that somebody else wouldn't buy it. They're paying $5 million for a piece of artwork this big. So
Yes.
why is it that I shouldn't take the chance and the opportunity to believe in myself enough that I could get a tenth of that?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
one day I will.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love that. I know that you said your grandmother is your guardian angel. Are there any other people that have inspired you? Are there anybody else that, kind of pushed you? Have you always been an artist? Like, have you always been a painter? Or let's talk about that.
No, I have not always been a painter. I was a teacher, a
Wow.
principal, a director of admissions for a university, a
Wow.
COO, and a CFO.
I didn't
So,
even know that. Wow.
uh, a no, when you met me, I was a COO and a CFO.
Okay.
I was making money and I did not need to sell my paintings at that
Uh-huh.
time.
Yeah.
I didn't need to sell my paintings. I wanted to. I still wanted to paint. It made me very happy to
Yeah.
do so. So no, this was not. But it was. I wanted to be an artist when I was younger. My parents said no because my mother's mother, my grandmother, not the one who passed, but my maternal grandmother, she said artists don't sell work. People in Jamaica, when they think about artists, the artists are still on the side of the road selling the same paintings.
Understood. Yes.
I best believe you. By the end of this day, I just painted this yesterday. It will be sold.
Yes.
Not being arrogant,
Yeah.
these do not last.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when I say that to my grandmother now, that there are certain paintings that don't last.
Mhm.
They sell off right away. Even before I finish painting, some of them they're sold. The other
Mhm.
3 dancers are sold before I even finish painting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to understand, for people to say, I've always wanted to do this. However, I was deterred by my parents. Don't do it. Go and get a regular job. And I did all that, but I was not fulfilled. I
Yeah.
was not happy. Even though I made 6 figures, I
Yeah.
was not happy.
Yeah.
This for me, most times, if I cover my bills in this house, I am ecstatic, but I'm still painting. I'm still
Yeah.
working 18 hours a day and painting because you know what? I'm filling my storehouse.
Yes.
I'm still filling the storehouse for that day when everything comes and people start calling like they're calling now. It'll be
Yes.
me to say, yes, I can fulfill that order. Yes, I can do what it is that you need me to do. It's
Absolutely.
investing in yourself. Going back to the entrepreneurship, is that I've turned over all my money into investing in me. I don't owe anybody any money. This
Right.
business has all been through me
Absolutely.
and
Yes.
my hard work,
Yeah. And
blood,
that
sweat, and tears.
that's the thing. Like, you said something that was absolutely key. And I've felt this, when you are operating in your purpose and really doing something that you love, you could work 18 hours a day and not feel it the way that you would feel it if you went to an
Mm-hmm.
8-hour corporate job. And listen, y'all, that is real. That's real talk, because it's purpose unlocks so many things in your life. Like, for me, it's like once I identified my purpose, I start remembering things that I love that I had totally forgot that I even loved. Right? Like once you are
Mm-hmm.
able to unlock take that key and turn it to unlock purpose, God just starts to funnel out so many different things. I mean, look at what Tammy has. She has purses, she has wraps, she has shirts, she has clocks, she has pillows, she has shower curtains, y'all. Like, I mean, just to unlock all of this just from something that you loved as a child. And, a lot of times it has been, our parents that would say, well, art artists don't make money, or, they don't make enough. You'll be a starving artist and, you're not going to have anything. But this is, this right here, this interview is a testament of what it means to believe, what it means to have a dream, and no matter what, keep that dream alive and move forward in that dream, no matter what it looks like. Like Miss Tammy said, if you have $2 in your purse, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
still can go for your dreams. It's not it's not a what you got. It's not like that. You don't have to have, and I want you to talk on that, because a lot of people feel like in order for you to start a business, you have to have a lot of money to start a business.
No, you don't. And you don't. I spoke about this, this weekend. You don't even have to have an LLC to start a business. You have to start somewhere.
Yes.
It is going and promoting yourself, and it's understanding your why,
Yeah.
understanding the product that you're going to sell, understanding your demographics. But you don't even have to fully understand that. It's just to start.
Yeah.
It's just to create an Instagram page or a Facebook page, whatever it is. It's to say that this is my business.
Yeah.
It's go to Google domain and buy your name. And that's the thing. I own all of my names. So nobody
Yeah.
can go and take my name from anything. I own all of my names, every
Yeah.
variation of my name there is. And that's what you have to do. But it's understanding that when I invested that money, I had invested, yes, everything, and I had $2.30 left in my account. But it's understanding that that's an investment that you have to make in me. Because guess what? You invest in buying those $500 handbags and doing whatever it is. You invest in buying $150. You can go and buy a few t-shirts if that's what you want to do, t-shirts, and go
Hmm.
ahead and hand paint them until you can afford to screen print them. That's one thing. If you
Absolutely.
see a nice bag and you decide that that's what you want to do, go and buy some bags and get the right paint, because don't put any regular paint on a bag now, but do that and start small.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about the big warehouses that you want to do and all these different things. All those people who are in warehouses, they started in their kitchen if they're making shea butter or whatever else they're doing. Some people
Yeah.
start in the garage if they're painting. Some people start in their little room. Some people have a little shed outside.
Hmm.
Understand that small beginnings
Yeah.
bring great returns
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
and slow and steady growth. People think, oh, I want to get rich overnight. Some people do, but for the rest of us, it means consistent hard work day in and day out. It means
Right.
that some weeks it's 7 days a week that you have to work. But there are times when you can say, you know what, I have done all I can do and I'm taking off a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is being able to do that. But you have to be consistent. You have to prepare. If you don't prepare enough, you're prepared to fail. So you
Hmm.
have to do that. Constant preparation is key. When I get
Yeah.
off the phone with you right now, I'm planning my final quarter. I'm planning the final quarter for this year. And I'm
Hmm.
having a staff meeting tomorrow that says, okay, this is what we're doing and this is what we're looking forward to. Because summer is over. I'm
Yeah.
looking at spring next year right now with my designs. And that's what
Absolutely.
we have to do. And it's that proper planning that's important. So people
Yeah.
have to understand that and stop looking at these people with Instagram. These are all filters that they have on. They're all these things that they have and they're broke.
Yes.
You understand me? I'm
Yeah.
not saying I have a lot of money, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying I'm okay right now. You
That's
understand?
right.
People have to
Yeah.
understand that those are nice, pretty faux filters that are on those things. And everybody that boom, boom, boom. I don't even know how to do that boom, boom, boom on Instagram, but
Yeah.
understand that people and followers don't pay your bills.
Thank you.
Okay? People say, "Oh, I need 100,000 followers." Followers don't pay a bill, honey. It's being consistent and engaging with your customer, just like your experience with me.
Yes.
We became lifelong friends just from that interaction, and
Absolutely.
that's it.
Yeah.
Went to the Women's Expo. I didn't make any money in the Women's Expo, and I was happy. I was
Hmm.
painting my life away. I was like, I didn't have an assistant or anything, and that's okay. I walk away many times not making any money, but guess what? That following week, I know what I have to do.
Absolutely.
I know what I have to do. And it's not always about making money either.
Right.
Because that networking that you do, that we did at that event, networking will increase your net worth. And
That's
people don't
right.
understand that.
Wait, say so. Hold on. Say it for the people in the back, sis.
Networking and networking will increase your net worth.
That's it. That's
You
it.
hear me?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I had a conversation last night. I was leaving one of the events I was doing last night. And the
Hmm.
person I was talking to last night, he says, "You look very different." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" He wasn't flirting, he was a professional. He's a professional there at the event too.
Hmm.
And I said, he said, "Where did you get that from?" I said, "It's my design." He says, "Really?" Now, you know me when I'm ready to dress up, sis. I dress up and dress to the nine because
Yeah.
I'm representing myself and my brand.
Hmm.
And I had given the person something as well. And he said, "I love this. I love the presentation. I love everything else." And he says, "Give me your card." I said, "Sure, you can have my card." He said, "I'm having a meeting with a client, a very important client."
Hmm.
And he says, "I'm going to pass along your information because what you're telling me right now and the conversation we've had, you're going somewhere. And I think that this person can help you get to where you want to go to."
Hmm.
Now you tell me, I'm just there standing up. I'm standing in my purpose.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my designs
Hmm.
and I'm presenting something to somebody and they are understanding that I understand color, I understand value, I understand fashion enough, and I understand business.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
understand that talking to this man who was here and as a service person as myself, understanding I don't talk down to anybody.
Right.
I talk to the janitor the same way I talk to a CEO
Hmm.
because that janitor may have a business that you don't know about because he's been investing his money.
That's right.
Always remember that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So internal customer service is very important.
I'm glad you said that, sis. So I want you to talk about that. I want to bring that up because I've had a few conversations with business owners, and we run across people that have these posts on Facebook, and they're business owners, and they're throwing shade, or their customer service is not up to par. And for me, coming out of customer service, as a corporate job, that's one of my first lines in my business, is to make sure that I am communicating, make sure that I have excellent customer service, because before you actually pass off your product, you can win a client with just your customer service, the way that you interact with them, the way that you talk to them, the way that you network. Um, and a lot of times, we have some people that may not understand how valuable customer service is. So can you share some nuggets on just how valuable your customer service is to your business?
It's very valuable. Customer service can make or break you. And I've
Mhm.
fallen short many times. And sometimes it's not my fault, but guess what? The client doesn't care that USPS lost their package. They
Mhm.
don't care that UPS dropped the ball and the thing got damaged. So you have to figure out how it is that you are going to compensate, number one, and
Mhm.
make sure that you are giving them still the best experience, even if the package is late, whatever it is, and understand that that customer, because one customer's bad review can ruin your business.
Absolutely.
One.
Yeah.
And that's why setting expectation is key. And as on my website, no, I'll tell you, it takes 2 to 3 weeks because some things are handmade or they're made to order.
Right.
My bags are hand painted. There's no machine coming in and doing this. So sometimes
Right.
you have to give me the latitude to do that.
Mhm.
Commissions is the same thing, but it's setting the expectation.
Yeah.
And that is key, is saying to this customer, you know what, I either can't take on this project right now, but if you're willing to allow me to take it on, then it's going to be this time frame. Are
Abs-
you okay with that?
yeah. Yeah.
Because repeat business for me is a big thing, and that's how my company has sustained. I have
Yeah.
more repeat business than I have new customers,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that because
Mhm.
they know that the service that they're gonna get, they know the quality of work they're gonna get from me, and they understand the value. Because it always has to be that value add, and
Yes.
people know I will send you an extra thing, or just because I will send you something, because that customer retention is
Yeah.
very important.
Mhm.
So it's that, go back to saying a bird in the bush is better
Yes.
than yeah,
Yes.
a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. It's that
Uh-huh.
you need to keep what you have, keep those
Yeah.
customers happy. You think about Rolex and Rolls Royce, they don't go and try and get new customers, they don't advertise and do these different things. You know
Right.
what is that quality of that branding that they do one time. You know,
Mhm.
once you buy that Rolex and you see the quality that you get, Rolex doesn't advertise, Rolex
Yeah.
doesn't discount their watches to do a
Right.
sale or different things that are going on. You
Mhm.
never see that. So
Right.
you have to understand that value is not just the product. It goes back to who you're buying from. So you
Absolutely.
understand that customer service is the most essential part of your business. And that's why I had to hire somebody. Because
Yeah.
I know that coming up with the holidays, I don't want to fall short as an entrepreneur. I don't
Mhm.
want to mess up on a package not going out on time or things not being done, even though we set expectation, but it's
Mhm.
also exceeding the expectation of the customer. So it may
Absolutely.
be that they thought it was one thing and it's something else. And I'm not saying to give away your products. I'm not saying
Right.
that. But I'm saying it's also a part of marketing. It's
Mhm.
marketing what you have new. When I was launching my new products, customers.
Uh-oh. It's okay, guys. We'll be back. There we go. Uh-oh. All right. Just a technical difficulty. Give us a few moments. There she is.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I think I lost you a little bit here. I apologize. The technical difficulties here.
That's quite all right. Can you hear me?
I'm not hearing you. Let me see. What did I do here now? Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Okay, it's gone to something else. Let me try to hear you directly. I apologize.
That's okay. We're
Okay.
we're good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Awesome.
Connected
Okay.
to something. Yes, it's about the expectation of putting things together. It's hiring the people to put it in. Is understanding that forecasting is also very important in customer service. You know
Yes.
what the trends are, looking at your trends, looking at your data from prior year, how many sales, what months did you spike, doing those different things. And that would also help you with your customer service and
Yeah.
the ability to create a win for you and for your customers. So it's understanding that. I was telling you about before I launched. All my customers who spent more than $500 with me last year, I sent them gifts. All of them got gifts before the new line came out. So everybody was able to preview and they see and everything else like that. And it's not about garnering more business. It's about showing them appreciation.
Absolutely.
It's about understanding some things. So that's a part of customer service and why it's important to know your customers. I know that you like earrings. I know what kind of earrings you like. The style is different.
Yeah.
Nika, I know what she likes. It's knowing your clients.
Absolutely. Yes.
And that's a big thing.
Yeah. I love it. So do you have other items that you needed to show? I just want to make sure we didn't miss anything.
No, it's again,
or you got everything.
The shirts that we have, as you know, we have our t-shirts.
I have that shirt. It's dope, y'all. Y'all better get y'all a shirt. I got that one.
So we have our mini skirts that we have too that are coming out.
Okay. Yes. Jamaica. All right.
See all the medals that we got. So we have our mini skirts, we have our new dresses, and there's so much more. But if you go to the website, of course, you will see most of the things, not everything, because we're saving some things to debut this weekend, as well as in Houston, Texas. I'm excited about going to Houston next week.
Yes. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I cannot say it enough. I want to thank you for coming on and sharing with us and dropping those gems for our entrepreneur friends. Hey, Rita. And I want to thank Monica for coming on. Thank you guys for rocking with Radical Radio. Tammy, tell everybody, can you give them the website and also give them where they can reach you on social media?
Sure. My website is my first name, TamaraGammon.com. And social media, I'm always 3 Dream Designs, THREEDREAM Designs, and that's plural. So you can look me up on all social media handles. You'll find me there. Or you just type in Tammy Gammon. As I said, I own all my names.
Yes, and she will pop right up. Listen, y'all get to the website. She really does have some amazing and dope products. Listen, when I get my house together, we going all the way. We got home decor and everything, so we going all the way. What you got? Oh my God. That one right there. I think that's one of the ones that my producer was like, I gotta have that pillow. I gotta have that pillow.
So there'll be some new designs that you will see on Friday. So stay tuned. Follow me on social media.
Absolutely.
Will come out as well.
Thank you so much, sis. I love you so much. I speak nothing but blessings and positivity. I pray that your cup runneth over, because I know that it already will. I just, want to just bid, so much more to you, so much blessings to you. Again, thank you for joining us. This will be on all podcast platforms within the next day or so. I will send you a copy of the podcast so that way you have it. And I want to thank you guys for rocking with Radical Radio. Again, tomorrow is my birthday, so we're going to turn up a little bit. Y'all know Leos is really on fire right now, so it's time for the Leos to come on through. We have one of our Leos on the line here, Rita Norman. So she's coming up next after me. But I want to thank you guys for joining us. Next week, we have another very special Radical guest. As always, please make sure that you guys tune in every Monday at 8 p.m. I love you guys. You guys have a great night.
Happy birthday. See you.
Thank you. Love you.
You too.
Hey dreamers, in this life, nothing is promised to be perfect. But with a little hard work and support, we can make it all worth it. Hi, I'm Maxi, owner of Eleanor Maxwell. We're a business support company, specializing in admin support for businesses, show production, events, and more. And guess what? I just self-published my first book, All My Broken Crayons Still Color, available now on Amazon. So, Eleanor Maxwell, follow, like, subscribe, all social media platforms. Let us help you blow through whatever it is you're going through.